think we can play Delta here, even though I wouldn't mind playing the tap land. There we go. Yeah. See what we're playing. Alright, they didn't chose to do nothing, so I think we go ahead and just play the vents just so we have double counter or push counter. So okay, that's kind of odd. I mean, it does require a triple block for a 6/5, so I guess if you do cast it, I'm sure he's playing like Living End or something. So we'll use our Stern Scolding, new tech. Grab us a basic. I actually have a choice too to let him like discard a card and then bolt it or fatal push it, which I probably would fatal push here. But we can do that too. All right. So I could have held the counter spell in my hand, which might have been the better play here, but I'm not sure. I'll probably end up activating this Mutavault and then Flame Agmar, draw 2 cards. So, but I might want to keep the Flame Agmar up. But drawing 2 cards here is actually relevant. It's not crazy getting 2, but the 5 damage is nice too. So I think we'll just draw 2 cards. Okay. Fast lands, not the best. Another fast one. That's fun. Alright, cool. So basically, if he... Well, he's shown Dimir, though. Seems like he's not playing Living End. He's just playing something with the ring or something. So, one of the bad things about playing Grixis in general is the mana base gets weird. Hey Maury, how's it going? Did you see some spoilers today? I'm happy to see new cards. Always. Force negation, sure. Hey Roadkill. Sounds good, man. I'll be here a while. I'll be here for a few hours. Probably well into the morning. So I'm gonna pump out a lot of games on this. I wanna feel where this came through. I was gonna go through a summary of a game I played off stream, but apparently my game history got erased, which might have been adding to the. It might be a big reason why the game was getting lag in general. So we'll. Maybe it's better that my game history gets cleared every once in a while. So, do I have? I don't have a fetch, so I can't push this. It sucks. I think we're just gonna bolt this when it comes down. I don't foresee that being anything. I could actually activate Mutavault here and then sneak in a Mistbind. Just set the 4/4 out there, and then if he didn't have anything else, then he's just kind of screwed. But I think I want to keep on the Mistbinds unless he's down to like a single card, because the worst case scenario is he like has something to pitch, like another subtlety or something. That would really suck. But like this grief right here. Yeah, I think I let this hit on the stack, I guess. We'll go here. We'll just go ahead. And maybe I should have done this earlier in the turn, but I'm choosing not to. So. And then he'll probably take the push. He might leave the Mistbind too. If he doesn't have a... Oh, he doesn't. So we'll see if he has something. Oh, darn. What do you think about the new Bitter Blossom artwork? It was nice. I don't think... I'm biased, and I think the original art is very good, like extremely good, and so I don't think it's necessary. I like it. I don't mind when they print art like that, so, or reprint old art. So, and if I didn't enjoy the old art so much, I would just buy Judge promos, so, and play those. I don't know. The new Blood Moon is nice, yeah. Partially because it's full art for the Blood Moon stuff. They're also with the extra cards. They're also going with a. They're going with a more anime style, which is okay, because obviously having an anime fanboy type thing. Do I want... If I let this go, then I can push that. Hold up Counterspell? Or I can just counter that. I think I counter it. So... that's fine. And then I need to be careful and save black mana. Yep. So before that comes back down, I'll just go ahead and shoot this. Yep. Bring the Mutavault back. Now I can start swinging. So he has one card. Oh, good. Sweet. What are you trying to invest in? Or do you just not have the cards? And you're just like putting them together. I mean, whatever you want, whatever versions of the cards you want. You know, just I suggest plan ahead as much as you can. So, like, what version of V-Click do you want? Do you want the original version, which I personally like? I like both. Both art is very nice. The original and the newer kind, and then there's the Judge promo as well. You can't really go wrong with the V-Click art. And V-Click's relatively cheap, so you probably get it if you wanted a cool version. You know, you probably could. Okay, and now things get fun. So, oh yeah, start losing life. Isn't this fun? Okay. So I need. So he's more grindy than I am. With this card. So I just need we're just going to have to kind of race a little bit. So. Yeah, we're going to lose this battle. Oh yeah, so you gotta get mana base is quite expensive. I suggest maybe you want to plan ahead a little bit and play some, grab some things that you might be playing in the future. Not sure what that'll be. I think we're done here. So. So we really can't shield red. We're not very good against that. I think he's playing ring, so we're going to bring in those. We can bring in this, gets rid of the shield reds. That's bad. Well, it's kind of bad. I really don't like this card in it. I probably should have just took it out in general. V-Click's bad. V-Click's not horrible against this matchup. They're not. Do I just take out Sprite? Yeah, Sprite's bad. Because they're not playing Living End. So they're not really doing much. And we'll just play 62 like that. So, and this is a really bad thing when you have to take out 3 Faeries for the Mistbind. I guess I can take out a Mistbind too. But, well... Because Mistbind lock is the thing here. And that's what we're trying to do. Yeah, we'll go with this. I think this is fine. But when you take 3 Faeries out of your deck that are already short on Faeries, and then, we'll get a Mistbind, and that'll be bad. So I think this deck has a lot of sideboard problems. In general, is just playing Mistbind Click in general is hard. We'll keep. We don't have a reason not to keep here. So we'll grab the Triome. Drowned Catacombs can get you there. Don't feel bad about that one. Now, are they always consistent? Absolutely not. But with Fitches and you getting just basic islands, they're fine. Yeah, we'll just grab the grave. We'll just take 3. Why not? So, probably getting this Bitter Blossom down is probably good enough to win the game. I think it's one of these matchups. Because I have not played this matchup before, especially with this deck. So, it feels a lot different. Shield Red's a real problem. They just have better threats than we do. Yeah, but Roadkill, like our mana base is so well-rounded. It's so good. We really don't, we don't have problems with a lot of mana base issues, which is really nice and solves a lot of our problems, but, it doesn't solve all of our problems. We get this great mana base, but then we lack in other areas. So hopefully those areas will shrink here soon with some new cards that we can try. Ah, grief. Yep. I mean, if decks are playing like grief, like this, just pitching cards. What do you throw away? Drown and Lock. So it's kind of insane. Persist. See, like this stuff. So he's gonna take Bolt. He's playing something different. He's not playing the actual combo because he knows people are playing against it, kind of thing. So. But this is why grief is like really bad, because normally he would just be playing Thoughtseize. You take your card and now you get a body with it. Now Bitter Blossom kind of negates this completely by putting a 1/1 out there. So why do you take the other Bitter Blossom, thinking I'm gonna play 2? That's kind of suicide. So because I'm not worried about this really, and actually I might just bolt it. Just to get it away. I mean, there's nothing. Because what I don't want him doing is, we'll let it go. Because he does have to get rid of this Faerie. So, and him being stuck on 2 mana. Okay, so he offers a trade. Sure. Oh, as Menace. We'll just take the 2. I forgot the thing had Menace. That almost never comes up. At least from my perspective. So we'll just double block next turn. It's worth a couple Faeries. And the card, I think the card advantage is actually worth more here. Shock lanes are very important. To every format. You are correct on that. Like you could argue that shock lands have changed Magic so much, because it made mana bases just extremely easier to get. Because you think about what lands were available before then, there were the basically the pain lands, and there was really no other way to get like dual color lands. There wasn't a whole lot of options out there. Then the ones that take a turn off lands, the turn lands. When you tap it, if you tap it for a green, like a colored mana, it stays tapped till the next turn. So this is actually good for us, because I can fatal push it now. So I'll make him tap it. We'll get to that phase. And maybe I should just bolt this, because bolt can't take care of shield reds, but I have the edict. Yeah, sure, dude. You put all those on the stack, and then I'll bolt it. Yep. Nope. We'll clear the stack. Not that it matters. Alright. Bye-bye. We're just not going to play the game anymore. So, and we can start attacking next turn because this. So. All right, here's the nuts and bolts of the deck here. So, worst case scenario here, he force negations this. Cool. So we get our 2/2. So, and this is the bread and butter of the deck. You're basically trying to flip this on this third chapter, and then get a spell or get a Mistbind click, and just basically tap them out for the rest of the game and on their upkeep. It does work. The game that I was going to show in my history that I played before, I actually achieved that game one. So we're actually going to get rid of this Fable. Yes. And that's all. We're going to keep those two in our hand. Cool. And then probably the most broken thing about this is this treasure token you get on attack. That's probably the best thing about this whole card. And you get it immediately, and it's just a 2/2 token, so you're never truly really worried about it. So it's kind of amazing what we get here. Yep. So him being landlocked to 4 lands here on turn 6 is really helping us out. Yep, we'll let him do that all day. Yeah, and you could really argue that the shock land should be 3 life and not 2. That they actually did not put the threshold, the life threshold, high enough on it. There's discrepancy, and there's argument for that. Okay. So, yep, We can do this, and he just concedes. So we pretty much have him locked out. So, all right. How do we wish to do this? The collective brutality ain't bad, but it ain't good either. I think we're good in how we are. Let's go with it. Okay. Yeah, so we just take Fable, and and then we take Mistbind, and we just every single turn we pay 1 mana. We bring this. We then champion our actual Mistbind, and then every time it just comes back every time. It is susceptible to interaction, but if they don't draw something that turn, they're going to constantly be behind. And then if we get into kind of a race, we always have Bolt Snap Bolt going on. This list plays 3 Snapcasters. I think that should be bumped up to 4. I think you really want to exaggerate the Bolt Snap Bolt. I think it's too strong in this deck not to do so. It also adds another wizard for Flame of Agnor. And I think we cut the V-Click for it. Even though V-Click is strong, Bowmasters is kind of like out there. So, and I think that Bowmasters probably could be a 2 of somewhere in there. Probably. It takes care. Bowmasters might be overrated for the format overall, but it destroys us pretty heavily. We can keep this. I can pitch if he does something crazy early. So, like the MTGO is going to take Shield Red the Apocalypse. I already know that. That is. The Grease don't bother me. The Shield Red. The Shield Red just sitting out there chilling. That's a game changer. So I think we keep this hand. So I'll play the fast land first. I could play Blood Moon too. You could turn this into a Blue Moon deck, I think. And I think that's kind of where it wants to be if you're not playing black. So the addition of black really, it gives you that extra diversity to, one Bitter Blossom being able to kind of swarm with tokens over a course of time. So you just have to conduct yourself well with tokens and gauge your life correctly. And so the question is we haven't seen the ring, but is he playing the ring? More than likely he is playing the Dimir ring control. We'll go here. We also have Bolt, if he Grease, but I might let it go off. Like, I may let the Greek go off just to counter the Persist the next turn, but it's probably not. And I guess bolting it, because I haven't played a lot of against a lot of grief. Oh, that's nice. So we'll just go ahead and we'll just take that. Go ahead and that turn off is really good for us. So I'm assuming he's just playing counter magic. He just has a fistful. So I can't just pump. I just can't throw out this ego. Maybe when I get to 5 mana, and I'll have 2 up. and then maybe I'll have another counterspell at that point, and we can play this counter war. Because I think that this game, since he did not play a 2-drop, and he hasn't griefed yet, that this is going to be a game where we have a counter war, and the question is am I playing enough counters without Spellseer Spray into a slow matchup? And so, don't really know. I'm probably going to play this lounge, though. Oh, maybe not. I need a black source, though, so I need to play this. I don't think there's any other way, and having the extra bolt mana doesn't seem it doesn't seem relevant when I can, because at this point I'm going to counterspell. Yeah, see this problem. So let's go bring a buddy. Yeah, I think I just maybe the bolt is relevant here, but we'll get rid of this. And that's why this card's so good, is it just does like 3 for 1 if it's a really good day. It's just a pain to deal with. So now persist, he's kind of hurting himself because persist does not work well with this. You know, the other cards do. So I'm assuming he has counterspell here, and so maybe I shouldn't have played the lounge, because then I would have counterspell up here and force. So okay, cool, it went through. So apparently I selected correctly. Oh, he just has another one. Okay, that sucks. 4/5. Alright, I need Edict. Edict would be nice. May just take the Shield Reds out, but we're going to be taking 6. Got 30 turns to live. Because we can't take a Shield Red. Morningtide, yeah, we're losing. I knew he was playing 2. Well, there's his deck, and that's meta. So he's playing 3 negations, 4 consider, 2 Morningtide. Is he playing a ring? No, he's not playing a ring. So, alright, cool. I think the ring actually makes his deck worse. In my opinion, but I understand why it's in there, why people play it. I think if you're a quality player, I think you can play around it most of the time. But it does suck, and it does give them the ability to draw 3 cards for 3 life over 2 turns. So one of those turns, they can't basically lose the game. So that's a womp 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 kind of thing. A sad trombone. So, and that's what red kind of gives us our. We have to counter this. We don't have a choice. And then he has. He's gonna throw Morningtide away. He should throw Morningtide away here. So yeah, and we just lose. And this is where his deck is more grindy than ours, and so therefore we lose all of that. What we want to do is we want to shorten the game window to a point that we can win at, like, right now in the game we should be like almost winning, and that's what red's supposed to do. It's supposed to bring that extra little push early, which clearly what he's doing, he's just doing better things than we are. Yep. So I don't control this. Kill this, still lose. Yeah, or I think Flame Agnor too is if I have a Bowmaster out there to make them draw, it's nice, but we just lose here. So I think the takeaway from this game is that we have to really get going quickly, and probably Unmorningtide is not the right sideboard choice to be playing in this version of the deck, because it doesn't put enough pressure on an opponent to do something. We need to work faster, and this is my bad. This is me being a Dimir player, and this would be good at pretty much any other time, but against our control opponent, but not here. So we'll go back to the drawing board and change that up.